Hi, my name is Patricia. So I just released five audios explaining about some of the things that had happened in my life because I wanted you to get a little bit of background of who I was. So let me explain briefly. So I have a show on YouTube called The Patricia Show that should have been under Global Elite Media. Some type of way, I don't know, when they set the show up for me, they separated it. And so when I was doing the Patricia Show, it was already monetized, but it was saying that the Global Elite Media was not. So I was trying to combine the two together and I couldn't. So I ended up now creating a whole another talk show under Global Elite Media because I couldn't combine it, or I didn't know how to combine it with the Patricia Show. So this is I guess the new show, and it's called Global Elite Media presents Patricia Let's Talk. But you might see some of my videos already on YouTube under the Patricia Show. Okay? A little bit confusing. So I wanted to explain that. So that's why I'm basically starting all over. So on this show, we're starting off like I'm going to be teaching you a lot about what I feel they're not teaching you in church or what they should be teaching you in church. I'm coming out with a book because I've did an awful lot of research on things that they have been teaching in centuries in religious, but some of it is not true. So you may disagree with some of the things that I'm going to be teaching, and that's fine. But if you want to know actually the truth of religious, then you need to, when I, post something about it, you need to start doing your research and connect with your God self to see what's true and what's not true. Because until you really know what the truth is, you're going to be struggling in your life. And you shouldn't have to struggle at all. The universe created rules, and if you follow them in your life will be very easy and very simple. Now, the main thing that people seem to have a lot of problems with, and that is finances. So I'm going to teach you how to manifest easily and effortlessly anything you want to manifest in your life, as well as teaching you how to get closer to that God self within you. How to know, is there a God in you? How do you know? How can you connect with it? Well, I'm going to teach you all of those things as we go on to help you have a better life and to help you choose the light. Something is happening in our world, and I just don't know what it is. It's bringing about, well, I do know what it is. It's bringing about a lot of discord, murder, killing, a lot of things like that, a lot of darkness, I would say, because you're choosing the darkness, and so that's what you're getting, the darkness. And it's time to realize who and what you are and start choosing the light. Some people think that, if I go to church every Sunday, that's all I need to do and I'm going to be saved. That's not true. And what are you being saved from? The religious that you already go to, whatever religious that is, You need to start standing up and asking questions in it. And don't let them tell you when you start asking questions that, oh, the devil is just trying to confuse you. And if you're getting confused, then that's not God, because God is not the author of confusion. That's a lot of BS, because they don't know the answers to some of the questions maybe that you have. Just because you have questions don't mean, or you're confused, does not mean that it's coming from the devil. You're confused and you have questions because of the falsehood that they've been teaching throughout time. So most of you are satisfied with where you're at as far as your religious, what you're doing for religious, and you're not, even though you're struggling in your life, even though if you really are aligned with God in whatever religious belief that you're in, then you should be having good health and prosperity and success in your life. And if you are not having those, then you are not aligned with your mighty I am self. As simple as that. The sickness, all this stuff comes from darkness. It does not come from the light. You don't have to be sick with diseases or even sick mentally, emotionally. You're doing that because you're having those issues because you're choosing the darkness. So there are two forces on this planet, or in this world, or in this universe, and that is the darkness and the light. The light is God, and the darkness, well, you know what that is. When you gossip, when you criticize people, you're choosing the darkness. You're basically saying, open the door, darkness, and come on into my life. And then you get all type of darkness just come in. But you've chosen it because you're sitting gossiping about people or criticizing people or laughing at people. And so you're the one choosing that. So don't blame God when negative things happen in your life. Blame yourself because you choose it. When you choose love and harmony, you are choosing the light. And that is what will come in your life, the light. Society or religious is teaching you that God is sitting somewhere on a throne. God is not sitting on any throne. He is not on the throne, watching you every moment of the day. That is not true. God is light and God is love. The intelligence that resides in light and love is God. So it's not a human being at all. You are here on this planet with a human body because in order to reincarnate or come on this planet, you need a physical body. You can't be on this planet without a physical body. But that doesn't mean other spirits or intelligence that are in the universe are in physical bodies. They're only in physical bodies if they have to come here. But in their atmosphere, they don't have to be in physical bodies. You judge everywhere in the universe based upon what you're going through now. Can't you see how ridiculous that is? And some of you believe that there is no other intelligence. You're the only intelligence. Isn't that arrogant? Do you actually think that when that divine force created you, it only created only created your intelligence? It didn't create other intelligence. It created other intelligence. Some of those souls decided to come, or intelligence decided to come to this hemisphere or this atmosphere, and some of them decided to go to other atmospheres out there in the universe. So that divine intelligence of God did not just create you. So for you to say there's no more life force out in the planet, you really need to think about that. Wake up and start thinking for yourself, and stop letting humanity think for you. Or this planet, the people who are running this planet, think for you. They tell you these lies and things that are not true to keep you in slavery, so that you won't think for yourself, so that they could do all the thinking for you. If they tell you, like for example, if they tell you Jesus is the Christ, you just believe Jesus is the Christ. You haven't tried to research, understand that. Why do you say that? You don't even understand that they did this through all religions and all cultures. They did this. They put up a being, name that being, because all of them, have different names. All of them aren't named Jesus, but they all have the same, bio, basically, for you to look at. They don't want you to be powerful, to know that you are the son and the daughters of God. It's you. Jesus came here because we were suffering so much, and he came here thinking we forgot how to get back to our God self. So he came back to show us how to come back, how to get back to our God self. What do you have to do to get back to your God self? And then the people in power put him up as being the Christ, the anointed one, the only Son of God. And that just is not true. He was showing you, in order to come back to God, you had to step into your Christhood self. You had to become the Christ. We all have the capabilities of becoming the Christ. That's what we're here for. But you can't see that because the people who are running the planet or teaching you of religious changed it. So they tell you that Jesus is sitting on the right hand of God. I'm assuming that's on a throne somewhere. And that absolutely, positively is not true. The name Jesus wasn't, I don't even think J's were created back in the time. The alphabet J was not even created back in the time when Jesus was on the planet. So how could his name have been Jesus? That's number one. That's the first lie. So we have to wake up and ask questions. And don't be so quick to believing something that you haven't even investigated. You just believe in it because somebody told you that. You just believe in it because it's been around for generations. And you just saying, oh yeah, that's true. You're willing to fight and die for if anybody say anything against Jesus, and you don't even know what you're talking about because you never checked anything out. You're just agreeing with what they said, what they told you, what they passed down. So, okay, this is the end of this audio, and I will drop another audio. Thank you so much for tuning in to Patricia Let's Talk.